Through the partnership with AutoZone, the National Civil Rights Museum established the Corporate Equity Center. The Corporate Equity Center programs are firmly founded on the education of the historical root causes of civil rights issues in America. There will be opportunities to learn, discuss, and reflect on how inequities filter into decisions that are barriers to Black advancement in corporations and other workplace settings. Through the workshops, speaker series, lectures, and training modules, the center will provide resources for corporations to establish and meet their diversity, equity, and inclusion goals.
What I hope to get out of really participating in this initiative is a better understanding of how I approach how to think about being inclusive and what diversity means to me personally, but also my collective responsibility as a part of our organization to be better and think differently.
I think for us, this was a continuation of a conversation that we had already started within the company, but I think that conversation really took a major leap based on the 2 days that we spent here. So this gives me the grounding that now I can follow up with the executive management team and say, okay, based on what we addressed in the meeting, the individual commitments that we all made, how do we now put those into actionable strategies and tactics to make sure that we keep the momentum going, so that this is not just an unconscious bias training, some anti-racism training, and this is something that is the start of something bigger for our company.
I mean, what's happened with the Civil Rights Museum as it relates to a national landmark for the world as far as civil rights is just extraordinary. I think you can have these experiences and have this type of conversation, but to have it here, I am just thrilled about it. We could have done this at our office. We have a great meeting space, but I'm really happy because I think it changes. It's not only probably going to change my colleagues, but it's also going to change me. Every time I'm here, I learn something completely different that I didn't know, not just about history, but also about myself.
The National Civil Rights Museum is the perfect place to house the center's programs, as it preserves the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and served as a catalyst to inspire action and create positive social change. The museum holds history of both trauma and triumph and provides real-life examples of inequities and barriers. While we know some progress relating to jobs, justice, education, housing, poverty, and economics have been made, the inequities still exist today. The museum is uniquely positioned to drive change by using its historical assets, connecting the past to the present, evoking meaningful conversations and action. Its interpretive experience educates and instills a deep understanding of how we got here and how racism continues to be a systemic problem. The National Civil Rights Museum has a responsibility and opportunity to be a leading voice locally and nationally around diversity, equity, and inclusion, effecting change in our society using our historical assets and knowledge.